Good evening, everyone. Well, Donald Trump was holding a press conference today, and he covered a whole whack load of interesting topics. And he was directly asked about Canada. And he pulled no punches. And absolutely every single politician in Canada who's taken the time to see this, who's intelligent enough to be watching this, is absolutely panicking right now. I promise you. Here we go.
Uh-oh. You don't need it.
Mr. President, Susan Lee from Fox Business. Did you reject a one-on-one meeting with the Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau?
Yeah, I did.
Why?
Because his tariffs are too high and he doesn't seem to want to move, and I've told him forget about it. And frankly, we're thinking about just taxing cars coming in from Canada. That's the mother lode. That's the big one. We're very unhappy with the negotiations and the negotiating style of Canada. We don't like their representative very much. They've taken advantage. I love Canada, by the way. I have so many friends. I have everybody. It's so many friends. But that has nothing to do with this. I'm representing the United States. Mexico was totally, they were great. By the way, the new president has been great. The deal is done. Now it has to go through Congress, and a lot of things have to happen. But we've done. Bob Lighthizer, who's here someplace. Where's Bob? Bob Lighthizer has done a great job of negotiating, as they have. But the deal is done. It's up to Congress. But Canada has treated us very badly. They've treated our farmers in Wisconsin and New York State and a lot of other states very badly. Dairy products, 300%. 300%. How do you sell a dairy product at 300%? The answer is you don't. What it is a barrier. It's basically they're saying, we don't have any barriers. By the way, it's 300%, so you don't send it in because you can't compete. So Canada has a long way to go. I must be honest with you. We're not getting along at all with their negotiators. We think their negotiators have taken advantage of our country for a long time. We had people that didn't know what they were doing, and that's why we had, over the last 5 or 6 years, if you average it out, we had $800 billion a year in trade losses. It's ridiculous. It's not going to happen.
What about NAFTA? Sir, Mr. President, NAFTA. What does that mean for NAFTA? Will you be pulling out of NAFTA?
I don't like NAFTA. I never liked it. It's been very bad for the United States. It's been great for Canada. It's been great for Mexico. Very bad for us.
Will you pull out of the
I'm not going to use the name NAFTA. I refuse to use it. I've seen thousands of plants and factories close. I've seen millions of jobs lost to auto companies that moved. Mexico has 25% of our auto business now because of NAFTA. Under our deal, it's not going to happen anymore. I hate to tell you it's not. We're going to keep companies. And I told the Mexicans, I said, we have to keep companies, but they're getting a lot also. They're getting other things. They're getting a lot of good things. Mexico made a very good deal. But with Canada, it's very tough. What we're doing is, if we made a deal with Canada, which is a good chance still, but I'm not making anything near what they want to do.
Mm-hmm. But are you going to notify Congress of
what we're probably
NAFTA?
going to do is call it the USMC, like the United States Marine Corps, which I love. General Kelly likes it even more. Where's General Kelly? He likes that. USMC, which would be US, Mexico, Canada. But it'll probably or possibly be just USM. It'll be United States and Mexico.
Yes or no?
Canada will come along. Now, if Canada doesn't make a deal with us, we're going to make a much better deal. We're going to tax the cars that come in. We will put billions and billions of dollars into our treasury. And frankly, we'll be very happy because it's actually more money than you can make under any circumstance with making a deal. Okay? Good job, too. You do a very good job. Really good. Yes, please.
Okay, and that's the next question. So a couple of points I wanted to make. Trump never says that he never says or denies that he's going to notify Congress of the termination of NAFTA. So he's playing a game, but he's in charge of this. He's not going to be dictated to by the reporter. But he can unilaterally impose those tariffs. He doesn't have to renegotiate NAFTA or open up NAFTA in Congress to impose those tariffs. So if he wants to drag this out, and he can definitely drag this out, he can just say, I'm going to impose those tariffs and not talk to Congress about NAFTA, so not affect any other industry, just the autos, while Trudeau holds dairy hostage. I think that's an interesting point to make because he specifically ignored that and carried on. So at the beginning, he said, the deal is done with Mexico. It's moving on. That's what's happening. Dairy's 300%, and that's like the tariff that Canada puts on it. And that's unacceptable to Trump. And he's said that all along. And you can check all of my videos. I talk about it relentlessly. He is telling us what he needs to get this deal done. And I don't know why we're not doing it. Trump tells us why they're not doing it. He says that the negotiators didn't know what they were doing from Canada. They had no idea. When asked directly about NAFTA, he says, no, we're not going to call it NAFTA. It's going to be USM or the USMC, depending on you, Mr. Trudeau. So maybe we get a NAFTA, maybe we don't. Maybe we get a decimated auto industry and all the milk we can handle. You guys ready? Andrew Scheer, you happy about that? Anyway, that is the brief NAFTA bomb that President Trump decided to toss in the middle of the press conference, and he's pulling no punches. We've got until September 30th, which is not very long, and no negotiating days scheduled between now and then to get this done. So are we getting on board this train, or are we just going to let it chug out of the station with everybody in the Canadian legislature sitting idly by while Trudeau decimates our economy just for fun? Is that what's going to happen? It looks like that's what's going to happen. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. peoplespartyofcanada.ca to stop this insanity.